All right, let's switch gears. And Adam Schefter, the great NFL reporter at the ESPN, the other network, he said something today about Tom Brady and his situation with the Patriots. Do we have audio of this? Okay, we don't have audio.
You got the quote, Rob G, or the tweet?
It wasn't a tweet. It was Adam Schefter appearing on Get Up on ESPN. I can read the quote if you want.
I never miss Get Up. I never watch it, so I never miss it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Read the quote. Read the quote.
So Adam Schefter, appearing this morning on ESPN's Get Up, said, quote, "I don't believe the New England Patriots are waiting until March 16th to get an answer from Tom Brady. Now, last year with Gronk, he wound up retiring in late March. I don't know the conversations they did and did not have before, but New England missed the window on free agent tight ends because of that. So I don't think they're going to let Tom Brady go to free agency and all of a sudden sign with Team X and then on March 20th say, well, what do we do at quarterback now? That's not the way this organization operates." So he's expecting them to make some kind of decision long before the deadline.
I totally agree with him. I think Tom Brady's actions, Chris, he cleaned out the Swede. He moved down to southern Connecticut from where they were in Massachusetts, outside of New York. Just all the signs. His house is up for sale. His trainer's house is up for sale. But I got a solution here, and I think this is the way you handle it. You do what the Green Bay Packers did with Brett Favre, and his was different because every year he was like, I don't know if I'm playing. Right. He would be waiting. They would be waiting. Wait, are you playing? Are you playing? They had to wait until the last time. What'd they do? Nope. Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback, and we're not waiting for you. And finally, that was it. He was done there in Green Bay.
So they made the decision.
And that's what I think the Patriots should do. And just for what Schefter was saying, because you can't wait. You can't wait till March 15th or whatever the deadline when he becomes a free agent. You need to know what are your plans. Are you willing to come back? You know what I mean?
Right.
And if he says, nah, I'm looking for, or you guys didn't pay me and I'm not happy and I want to move on and do something else, then you got to let him go and move on. It ain't the end of the world because we've already mentioned it over and over and over. How many great quarterbacks finish their career elsewhere? It's not a stain on Tom Brady.
Look, no doubt. Look, it's very possible that Tom Brady, he sees the same reports we do, Rob, that Belichick wants to move on, that Belichick didn't want to trade Garoppolo, and that it was Robert Kraft that kept him in New England, all that.
And then Belichick gave him away.
Right. So it's very possible that he's fed up with the disrespect. I do think it's a bit disrespectful, and that he's ready to move on. And they've, the lower salaries that he's taken. But I don't lean that way. I think if Tom Brady had his druthers, he would be in New England next year. That they would pay him not the, market value, not the highest paid quarterback or right up there with them in the league, but that they would pay him, maybe 25, 26, 27 million a year, more than he's ever made, and they would want him back. I think he would go back. So I don't see it just as Tom Brady needs to let New England know. I think a big part of it is them letting him know.
I agree. We can't afford to pay you that kind of money.
Right.
And then Tom Brady will say, okay.
Or we want to move on, whatever.
Right, whatever it is. Otherwise, you just got to say, okay, what will it take to get a deal done? We want you around the next 2 years. And then that's when Tom can say, okay, well, let's sit down and talk about it.
And they may, look, I don't blame the Patriots for wanting to do one-offs. 1 year. We'll give you a year. Look, you're 43 years old. We can't bank on you for 2 years. We'll give you a year. I know you want to be TB12 and play till you're 45, but nobody's ever done it. We can't bank on that. But we'll give you a year. So the question too, Rob, though, is if Robert Kraft pulled rank again on Belichick, where he basically forced Belichick to trade Garoppolo. If he did something again, pay Brady, whatever it is, I'm not sure that Belichick would go along with that. I think he's fed up too.
I agree as well. I do not believe that would be cool with him because, And if he took a year, like say, okay, well, I'm done after this. You know what I mean? He'll have plenty of suitors. Guys who just got coaches, they would fire whoever they have.
Well, I was going to ask you, what if you, that's so cold-blooded. But look, if I could get Bill Belichick, I'm taking him, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I hate to fire a coach I just hired.
But you got to do that sometimes. It's been done before. I've seen Les Moss was the manager of the Detroit Tigers. He would manage 15 games or something, Chris. Sparky Anderson became available from Cincinnati. What'd they do? Fired Les? like he had just started the season. They were like, what? Sparky's available? I'm just saying, of that caliber.
So let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what they did, and guess what they did? They won a World Series in 1984 with Sparky.
Wow. Yeah, okay, so if you're Dallas, would you fire Mike? If Bill Belichick became available, would you fire Mike McCarthy?
Wow.
McCarthy just seems like above, you got to respect him.
Wow.
Well, because he won, but Chris, if all bets are off if Bill Belichick becomes available.
I tend to agree. If I can get Bill Belichick, I'm sorry, Mike. We can call New England. Maybe they'll take, we'll make some calls for you.
We're going to pay you off. Take
Right.
this money. It's our fault. We never knew he was going to be available. And it would be ugly. But
the thing is, if you're Mike McCarthy, I know you're upset, but you gotta in your heart of hearts, you gotta know.
It would hurt you.
It would hurt. But hold on. In your heart of hearts, you gotta know. I get it. You might not admit it. Actually, you probably would say that at the press conference.
Right. You would be like,
but
there would be no press conference because you would be so embarrassed. Seriously. You would just be like, well, where's my check?
It would be terribly embarrassing.
Right? It was embarrassing.
Yeah. Unless you quickly got another job somewhere else.
Even then, you wouldn't give them the try to soft soak it to make me feel good. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You just broke my heart. I got this job. You didn't even have any faith in me to try to win. I won a championship. I could see if I never won or I didn't win 8 division titles. Do you know what I mean? Like, he has a resume.
Right. All right, we threw it out to you. Should the Patriots move on from Tom Brady, whether he wants to stay or not?
Listen up. I think the Patriots, they need to move on from Brady. It's like this. Brady is a systems quarterback. You can put a quarterback in that New England Patriots system, and they're going to do well. They need to go ahead and get a fresher arm in there, let Brady go on, retire, do whatever the heck he wants to. I'm going to be nice tonight. Do whatever he wants to do.
Right.
They just need to move on from him and get a fresher arm in there and just keep going forward. As bad as I want to say that, because I just can't stand the Patriots. You know that, Rob.
You know
Patrick,
it.
you are being awfully disrespectful of the GOAT.
There you go, Patrick.
Hey,
I love it.
Disrespectful.
You can call him a GOAT if you want to, but it don't float
Who's
with
the
me.
GOAT?
Okay?
Who's the
Oh, there you go. I love it.
Who's the GOAT?
Joe Montana's the GOAT. Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. There you go. Joe Montana, to me, is the GOAT.
And he doesn't have any cheating scandals on his record. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Jesse in California, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jesse? Hey, turn the radio down.
Turn the radio off.
Hey, all right, so let's see what I wanted to say. First of all, Chris, you seem so rational when you're on TV, but when you're around Rob, it seems like you just go crazy by proxy.
Wow.
But anyways.
What did I say that's crazy? Tell me what I said that's crazy.
I don't know, just most of the stuff. I don't got to
I caught you out there. I caught you out there.
You got to have
You
examples.
make it right. You
You
make a
lose your mind,
statement.
like,
You got to be able to
Rob
back it
makes-
up. Rob can't go on TV.
Rob makes you go crazy. You gotta don't let him get to you. But anyways, yeah, Brady has to move past the Patriots just because before his career is over, he has to see what he can do without.
He's
without
43.
Belichick.
He's not. I don't think he's going to be incredibly successful necessarily without Belichick. Not because he needs him, but he's 43.
That's why he needs to retire. It's time to just he should have just retire. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it.
Taryn in Seattle, you on with Chris and Rob?
How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, we're great.
brother.
What
How
about
are you?
Doing well.
Hey, prayers to Seattle, man. I heard about that shooting down, right?
Yeah, it's
downtown. Prayers, man.
Yeah, that's no good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I just want to say I think the Patriots have to keep Brady right now. They let go a strong prospect, somebody that could carry the franchise forward when they let Garoppolo go. And I've seen Belichick win with backup quarterbacks during the season, but he needs somebody, a quarterback for the future, to carry the franchise forward. And the problem Brady had this year, he showed some age. They didn't have any weapons around him. So I think they need to retool, get some weapons around him, and he'll be okay. And they don't have anybody to trade right now if they're looking to go out and get a quarterback. So I just don't see them strategically aligned to make a move against Brady right now.
But here's the problem, though. Brady doesn't just want to come back. He wants to get paid, Chris. He felt like he hasn't been paid as a top quarterback his whole career. Am I right? He wants to get paid.
But I think he'd take 27 to 30 million. I don't think he wants to be where Russell Wilson is. I think he just wants to be shown some respect, And like you've said all along, both of us, where's that money going?
They're not getting players for him.
To Philip Dorsett? I mean, where's all the – I agree with Taryn, though. I would bring back Brady and go get some better skilled position players. Let's go to Max in Georgia, Rob Jr.
What's up, Max?
A.K.A. Rob Jr. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? This is a great topic. He should have retired last year. He could have gone off on a Super Bowl run.
That would have been nice. That would have been a nice one.
He sabotaged the team. He's selfish.
Hold on. How did he sabotage the team? They went 12-4.
So selfish, Max. You're right.
Jimmy's in the Super Bowl. Look what he's doing. And Belichick tried to tell him he knew. I will say this. If I'm Belichick, I say it's either him or me. I've got enough clout. I've got enough wins. And if he walks, I would love to see him go take over a Houston job, kick Bill out of office, and take over with Deshaun Watson and just run it.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. And I would do that if I'm Houston.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. No doubt about it.
JJ in Indiana, you're on with Chris and Rob.
JJ.
Well, fellas, you guys, I always appreciate you guys, Chris and Rob. I'd like to go with Rob on this, man. I've been on this show a couple times. Thanks again. But treat it like a Brett Favre thing. Hey, man, we're not going to go ahead and swing this way and that way. Let's get it going. If you're not going to do it, the problem is
Green Bay had Aaron Rodgers.
No, they had somebody sitting there. No, they did. But they did. They're the ones who told Brett Favre, we're moving on. And that's what the Patriots.
If they still had Garoppolo, I think
it would have been done.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be time to do
When they got rid of Garoppolo, everybody was shrugging their shoulders like, what the heck is going on? That was definitely an heir and apparent. But after that point now, they're like, okay, we are moving on. Now they're stuck because I'm going to be honest with you. Who the heck is Brady's backup?
That's what I'm saying. Jarrett Stidham.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
But he's not.
I don't recall him being on the field.
No. Most people don't know he's in the league, so you're okay. All right, JJ, thanks for the call. Joseph in Virginia, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joseph?
Good evening, fellas. How are you?
Great, man. How are you?
Doing well, fellas. I got to say it. Tom's got to go, man. And I understand he could be helpful elsewhere, but as far as the Patriots organization, he doesn't have much more to give. As far as leadership roles, sure, he could give some leadership examples as far as how you are to be a professional every day. But as far as on game days, on Sundays, he doesn't have as much as he used to. So I think he needs to go off to a better organization that has better pieces. And, I mean, this Super Bowl run that Garoppolo's on is a testament to Bill saying, hey, look, I told you, he's old.
Well, he does need better pieces. There's no question about that. Joseph in Virginia. That was Joseph.
Yeah,
Ruben in Michigan. You're on with Chris and Rob.
What's going on, fellas? I want to try your barbershop one of these days. Still down on 7 Mile. One of these days I'm going to go to it, all right?
Go ahead,
Listen,
Ruben.
Brady,
7 Mile and Outer Drive right there.
7 Mile.
Sporty cuts.
Sports clips, right?
Sporty cuts.
Right?
Sporty cuts.
I should get a lack of volume discount because I hardly have any hair.
That's all right.
Anyway, let me say, Brady's just got to retire, man. I mean, he was looking like an old man. They got to go and get Teddy Bridgewater this year because Brady's just washed up. He looks like an old man. Doesn't have a long throw anymore. It's like enough. You know, if somebody else wants to give him $10, $15 million out of Los Angeles or something like that, fine. But the Patriots have got to do better. They're
10,
just not going to win
15
with this guy
million.
now.
Yeah. Hey, Ruben.
The Patriots give him 10, 15
Hey, Ruben,
million.
I'm with you on the Teddy Bridgewater. Use him as a stopgap measure until you could draft your guy, Chris.
Teddy actually, I mean,
No, but I'm just
he
like-
could be good there.
But I'm saying, like, you could draft the
Yeah,
guy, let Teddy
go
play
to
for
Teddy,
3
right.
years, and then this guy will be ready.
And if Teddy shows,
Yeah, then that's
he's
fine.
still
If you win with
relatively
Teddy,
young.
right.
What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?